welcome you to the World Economic Forum 2019 and to HCL at Davos. Tara, my first question is, we've been hearing a lot about, AI, and how robotics is possibly going to take away, jobs from humans. And then we also hear the other take on this, which is the harmony between the machine and the human harmony. So what are your thoughts, in the next decade on how do we kind of build more towards the human-machine harmony?
To me, it's not a conflict, it's a partnership. It's a partnership between digital and human. I'll tell you about another solution. It's called Coupa, and what it does is it starts to track and facilitates people living in rural villages, gives them access to pay. For them, what we found was the simple ability to make a digital payment was sometimes precluding their child from going to school. What we heard from some of these farmers and rural villagers is they said, sometimes my child is not allowed to take a test because I have to make the payment before my child can take the test. So we've created a digital tool to enable them to do that. That's the example of the harmony.
So Tara, we hear so much about the new age technologies, AI, blockchain, and Mastercard is kind of leading the way on many fronts, especially on the social front. So if you could throw some light on that.
We're quite prolific in this area, I'm proud to say. We've had a real focus on applying our actual core competencies as a company. So our digital payments knowledge, capabilities, our technology, our knowledge around data and data science, to create new solutions. Example, we created the Mastercard Aid Network. The Mastercard Aid Network was a way of working together with NGOs to deliver transformative aid to beneficiaries in the field. So instead of receiving in-kind sort of bags of rice and bottles of water, now they can receive it digitally on a card like you or I may have, with a point of interface that they can leverage. They now have access to local economies to not only give them the dignity of choice,
right,
to choose foods and services and that they want to purchase, right, but it also goes a long way to building local economies. So you're not disrupting the local economy, but you're really working to sort of build it and create resilience within that local economy.
You've had a very impressive career, and so if you could kind of talk about some of the leadership traits that you foresee and that you've kind of learned through your journey that the young generation could possibly pick up from.
What really intrigues me about the millennial generation and what I find so heartening is their focus on social mission.
Right.
So what we see is, and what we're seeing at Mastercard, frankly, is that every one of our employees is demanding of us to have social points of view, to actually make change, and to be catalysts for change.
Right.
I think we're seeing more and more that our employees, young and old, but really probably being driven by the millennial generation, that they're demanding of their companies to be moral actors and to push for change out, sometimes in front of their governments, frankly. I think within this context of wanting to have social impact and be agents of change agents, the advice I have is learn a skill. Learn a skill and figure out how to apply it to the social impact space. Don't do it in the reverse order.